when your own tries to take you out. Did we make a deal with the devil? Let's get into this video.
America has always been fascinated with the mob, kingpins, crime. It's in movies, shows, history, and it's become culture. Crime and scandal, from inmates in Alcatraz to John Gotti and Al Capone. But the United States has its own share of homegrown drug kingpins, mob bosses, and gangsters. This is Gangsters of America.
Hey, what's up guys? My name is JC. I am Wrong Strong. If you're new to my channel, make sure you subscribe, hit that bell so you don't miss nothing. If you're part of my team, mi familia, mi raza, you already know what time it is. Súbanse a la suburban. We about to take a ride. What's up, fellas? Welcome to another episode of Wrong Strong, Gang Life. You know, sometimes we think that the world is big, but it's really not that big, so.
Only 21 years old, Gizmo was a natural leader.
He was a gangster. He was a gangster. He didn't back down from nobody. He was only about 5'4", 5'5". He was like Napoleon, pretty much.
He was an up-and-coming rising star. He was a righteous brother.
Gizmo had the respect of several gang chapters and was viewed by many SDs as the man who would eventually become their leader, the king of all the Satan Disciple Nation.
When Giz was here, we were all together, the whole nation, the whole SD nation. That's what the beautiful thing was about it. You know, we were all together, we were all one. The SDs were united.
But that unity and Gizmo's rise to the top was never a sure bet.
He didn't deserve, you know, for what happened to him to happen to him. It happens. It's the name of the game.
See, we lived right in front. King Aggie lived in the back on top. So that night that he was actually killed in the back, I was getting locked up at Fort City Mall because I had got into a fight with some 2-6. I ended up in jail overnight, but once I got released in the morning, I went back home and, you know, I heard the news that he was killed. You know, I went back there and yeah, you could still see there was pieces of brain with hair. You know, they didn't clean it that good. It was you could see everything there. Back then, I believe, you know, the 90s were like the SDs. Like the 90s, the whole 90s were like the SDs because they grew.
Explosion caused so much product to be out on the streets in Chicago. These traffickers needed somebody to move it, so naturally they turned to the gangs.
During the 1990s, the SD's empire grew, along with their bank accounts. New sets began popping up across the city and into the suburbs.
I can't really give a number, but I know we're thousands deep, thousands. We were the major. Everybody respected us.
Every gang that grows that fast and gets that powerful goes through a power struggle. In the 90s, I mean, they branched out to the suburbs, they branched out to 59th, 79th. I mean, there was branches, 50th, there was branches all over the place, especially in the suburbs. Rockford, Bolingbrook, Romeoville, they were spreading like wildfire throughout the whole 90s. They were making a lot of money. They made a lot of big cartel connections in those times. When you make a deal with the devil like that, man, a power struggle where it's money and power, something bad always happens. They had already, I mean, everybody knew something bad was gonna happen. When that meeting happened and people said, step down, we want Gizmo to lead, I mean, you could feel the tension in the air. The day before that, we had met up with Gizmo, and you could tell that he was a little concerned, he was worried. Sometimes you're a natural leader, but you don't want to get put in that position where the top leader, you know, hates you. I went through something similar to that when I did some time with some older brothers, and the younger brothers wanted me to have the keys to the yard, and the brother that had been down, you know, 20 plus years took offense to it, and from that day on, he just rode me, and like all the time I couldn't do nothing wrong, you know. I had to relearn all my manifesto, I had to learn the prayer, everything, because he was constantly checking on me, and just crack cocaine law came in, because he had immediate release and he left. Oh, happiest day of my life. Let me tell you, yeah. Obviously you guys know, if you guys watch Gangland, what ended up happening, who went to prison, who did it. Did we make a pact with the devil? Little Mars. Little Mars was a solid ass dude.
Got into an argument with fellow SD Juan Estrada over a drug deal. As Mandingo admitted in this interrogation video, things got out of control.
At first, I tried to negotiate with him, and then when I felt negotiation was not possible, I reacted in a truly hostile manner.
Mandingo pulled out a gun.
Juan underestimated him. Shot Juan when he wasn't looking, you know.
Mandingo continued the assault, stabbing Estrada 59 times with a samurai sword. His demonic rage didn't stop with Juan.
Juan was, you know, had somebody with him, you know, that wrong place, wrong time for that person.
That person was Juan's girlfriend, who had been waiting for him in his car. Mandingo lured her into the apartment and then stabbed her to death. He then took the samurai sword and dismembered both of their bodies.
What did you do with the swords?
I cleaned them up and left them around the house to try to think of some elaborate scheme to get rid of them.
Mandingo spread Juan and his girlfriend's body parts all over town. Most of the woman's body was found by some West Side Railroad tracks, while Estrada's torso turned up in a vacant lot.
What did you clean up with?
Cleaning solution like 401, fantastic, things like that.
A few days.
Too good of a dude to be on the streets, if that makes any sense, man. Like, he would actually like to help you make money. He would front you stuff. He would, I don't know how to explain it, man. He was a good dude. Good dude. And you can't be a good dude and sell drugs. Especially, I told you guys on my other video, when you start to mess with like different kind of drugs, it's different kind of people. I think that's what happened, is that he trusted this dude way too much. Making a pact with the devil, man. Making a pact with the devil. Little Mars was a solid ass dude, man. Solid dude, good dude, good dude. Gizmo didn't deserve to die like that. Little Mars didn't deserve to die like that. I threw in the towel after years doing time, and then at the end my own nation wanted to kill me, my own nation wanted to set me up, and making deals with the devil and taking them back, and finally I realized that I wasn't gonna grow old like this. I wasn't gonna grow old in prison. I wasn't gonna grow old on the streets or dead. So I decided to make a change. And all it takes is like little small wins to build up a big one. I used to give up a lot back in the day because it didn't happen fast enough for me. I wasn't getting that immediate gratification. It takes time. Just like it took time to become a full-blown fucking gangster and catch a fucking federal case. It takes time. But you know me. I just share my stories, man, so I could give you a vision of the truth. Because this is a true story. This isn't Hollywood, this isn't gangland, this isn't nothing. This is a true story. This is what happens. You either go to prison, you either go to jail, or you turn into a drug addict and you live miserable for the rest of your life. But I don't know shit. My name's JC, I am wrong strong. Hey, don't judge nobody, stay in your lane, live savage, and remember, you have one life to live. Live it out here free, not gangbanging, not doing drugs, not doing time, not in the ground. Be wrong strong.